Very good afternoon, or shall I say happy afternoon. I hope you are happy, because I'm very happy actually to be here and very honored to be one of the discussants for this session. This is so far, I've seen that this event, this symposium has gone on very well, with lots of participation from not only from the top management of University of Philippines and also UPOU, but also from the members of the audience. This is a very good sign. In any event, it's very important to have very good participation. Now, I'm going to talk about the Malaysian aspiration in relation or in the context of social, economic, and political community. That is in the context of this forum or this session. Now, because we have a very short time, as mentioned by the president of Hanoi Open University just now, I'm going to highlight just a few things. Now, Malaysia's aspiration is reflected in the so-called the National Transformation Plan, and we have 4 pillars in the plan, but I'm going to look at only one of the pillars, and that is the new economic model. This is supposed to be an economic transformation program. It has 8 strategic reform initiatives, and it was formulated in March 2010 and will last for a decade up till 2020. And you can see these 4 pillars support a very important vision for the country, and that is what we call Vision 2020. Vision 2020 was first formulated by the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, the 4th Prime Minister of Malaysia, that is Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, in the year 1990. So it's now 25 years, and we have 5 more years to go before we realize this. So this new economic model is one of the efforts of the government to try and quickly transform Malaysia into a developed nation by 2020. Now, there are 3 goals in the new economic model, or NEM. Firstly, high income. Secondly, inclusiveness. And thirdly, sustainability. By high income, we mean we are targeting for an average income of between 15,000 USD to 20,000 USD by year 2020. Currently, our average income per capita is about 10,500 USD. So we still have quite a way to go. The second goal of the new economic model is inclusiveness, and by this we mean everyone will participate in the country's robust economic growth, and no one should be marginalized. The third goal of the new economic model is sustainability. This means that whatever initiatives undertaken under the new economic model must not only be economically sustainable, but it has also be environmentally sustainable. We do not want to penalize the future generation for whatever that we do now, or we do not want to penalize our long-term benefits for the short-term advantages. So this is the core of our new economic model, which is one of the pillars of the Malaysian transformation model. And the characteristics of this is what you will see Malaysia in the year 2020. The characteristics of Malaysia in 2020: we want to be market-led economy, where the market plays a very important role. We also would like to see a well-governed economy, We would like to be regionally integrated, not only in the country, and this is where, in the context of ASEAN, we also would like to be integrated ASEAN-wide. And of course, you know, as in any developed economy, our community, our citizens need to be entrepreneurial. They have to stand on their own 2 feet, and they have to be innovative. So this is our aspiration, as reflected by our economic model, and this is our enablers and our strategic reform initiatives. You can see that. Is this working or not? Okay. This is all the initiatives. Unfortunately, it's not very clear, but I will read it from here. One of the initiative is, or initiative number 1 is to re-energize the private sector. We have to depend a lot on the private sector. Number 2, we have to develop quality workforce. And we also would like to reduce dependency on foreign labor. I think you are aware now that there are quite a substantial proportion of foreign labor in the country. Number 3, we will create a competitive domestic economy. Number 4, we would like to strengthen the public sector. It's a very, very important sector, apart from the private sector. Number 5, transparent and market-friendly affirmative action. We would like to include people, the more women, more marginalized group in our economic transformation process. We would like to build knowledge base and also a knowledge-based infrastructure. We would like to enhance the sources of growth. For now, the sources of growth are mainly from our natural resources. We were lucky, Malaysia was lucky, because we had earlier on in our history, we have rubber and tin, and then we have palm oil, and we have oil and gas now. But we all know that all these natural resources will be depleted in the years to come. So we have to come up with new sources of growth, new sources of revenue stream for the economy. And of course, finally, to ensure sustainability of this growth, as I said, we do not want to penalize our future generation by utilizing or by destroying our resources now. So this is what we intend to achieve. This is our aspiration. Now, how do we relate this model to the ASEAN, to our in the context of our ASEAN collaboration? Even though new economic model is maybe unique to Malaysia, but still we are ASEAN. We are part of ASEAN, and our aspirations are ASEAN's aspirations. I'm sure all of our ASEAN countries will also have similar goals and aspirations as this. To me, the core elements in our socio-economic development is high income, inclusiveness, and sustainability. This is something which I think not only Malaysia, but anywhere, and any country in the world, and particularly in ASEAN, we have to strive for this. Finally, how do we relate this to OU5? That is our 5 university. First of all, I would like to show you something. Well, let me see where I can, this is which I got from the internet. This is actually a world population projection in 2010, and this is for 2015. We have a total of what? Maybe 10 ASEAN countries, and 5 of them are in OU5. And you can see that they are the bigger ones. We are, our universities are in the bigger portion of the ASEAN economies. Indonesia, the leading in terms of population. Indonesia has 254. This is estimated for 2015. 254,256 people, comprising of 40.3% of ASEAN population. Malaysia, we are a small country, 30.9 million, 4.9%. Philippines, 101.9 million, 16.1%. Thailand, 72.3 million, it's about 11.5%, and Vietnam, 93.8 million. If you combine all of them, we are 553 million strong compared to 631 million, the population, which comprises of about 87.6%. So we are a powerful force in ASEAN. And I think we should use this. We should exploit this to be most effective in our efforts. You know? So at the micro level, OU5 can contribute collectively by raising the level of access and equity to higher education in the ASEAN region. I think this is our responsibility. You know? So we have to ensure that, and especially in the open university, we have to ensure that we can provide the maximum access and maximum equity to our people. Together, we can promote ODL as a quality education delivery mode to help our countries achieve our social, economic, and political aspirations, as what I've described in the case of Malaysia. We can do it also for the rest of the ASEAN, of our countries. And finally, this is something which we at Open University Malaysia is doing now, and we are contributing in a very big way to this matter. That is, OU5 can foster lifelong learning culture in the ASEAN region. And to me, lifelong learning is a very important determinant of socio-economic development of a nation. One of the things that we realized when we were doing the blueprint for the lifelong learning for Malaysia, in fact, OUM was directly involved in assisting the Ministry of Education Malaysia in developing a blueprint for lifelong learning until the year 2020. And we realized that lifelong learning is a very important factor in determining the success. If you want to go one level up, you have to go on into the lifelong learning. Basically, citizens of a country needs to be upgraded, needs to be, and their academic, their qualifications, their skills must be upgraded so that they can do better, they can perform better. We began to introduce, just to share with you, we began to introduce minimum wage about a year ago. Minimum wage, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the minimum wage that we have agreed, that has been agreed by the Ministry of Labor or Human Resources, was about 900 Malaysian ringgit per month. Now, in order for any organization to raise the salary or the income of their employee to that minimum level, the employee must attain a certain level of productivity. And this can only be done if their academic qualifications, if their skill level can be raised accordingly. So to us, lifelong learning is a very important determinant of our economic development. And to me, open universities are the best institutions that can cater for these needs for a particular economy. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I would like to thank the organizers of this symposium for inviting me to be a discussion here. I have tried to share some of my opinion and some of my knowledge and experience in this matter, and I hope you will benefit from this. With that, thank you very much.